I was trying to see if there was any updates on baby Genesis Reed that's missing and came across a case of a little girl named Genesis Mata, who was murdered August 8th, 2025 by her stepmother and father. Something said, go and look. Well, something, of course, you know what something is. Go and look up the case on Google. So I did. Bitch, why is this my Cross Watchers case? Guess where she was found dead at? In the fucking bathtub. I'm getting ready to put it in right now. This shit just blew my mind. I had to sit up.
So look, when they told me, they said, let's do a cross watcher. And I said, okay, what are we going to talk about? What's the download? What are we channeling? This is what they said, and this is what we will be talking about. They said the girl killed the baby and it's going to be hell to pay. I kept, that gave me chills, child. I kept picking up on that. I don't think that's the girl's baby. I think it's the boy's baby, or it's her baby and he helped to kill the baby or whatever. But we about to see something about the brain. I think we're talking about the couple with the baby, but it's something about the brain. Think the child, and when I say baby, it can be still just a child. Okay. I feel like the child was pronounced brain dead. And this could be, I'm hoping this ain't something that's in the midst of happening. I do not know. I hate that this is even being brought up. So please forgive me. But I'm just talking about what they want me to talk about in this cross watcher, because whatever this is, they want them to know it's going to be hell to pay about this child. Okay. It was an open wound, so no lies can be told. She know what she did. They are not going to take it easy on her. This girl has something terrible coming to her. So this girl had traumatized this child for 2 years. She has been traumatizing this child for 2 years, like on a consistent basis. But it's going to be hell to pay about this child, because I feel like her family is going to make sure, whether that is because the mom family or the dad's family who don't agree with the father. But there's going to be hell to pay, baby, okay, about this little girl. I feel like this is a little girl. I don't feel like this is a boy. I feel like this is a little girl who was unalived. Because there's also something about the tub. I don't know if this incident happened in the tub. I don't know why I keep wanting to say will happen. I really hope this is, like, if any of this shit start to sound familiar to you, then I want you to act immediately to save this child. Because there's something about the bathtub, and I keep hearing this chick, like, because you stupid, that's why. Like, I don't know who the hell is allowing somebody to talk to their child like this, or why somebody will be talking to a child or anyone's child like this. I also keep hearing heartbroken. Fantasy. No. I don't want you to do that. No. Yeah. Clear the space. Because she's wounded this child before, or the father has wounded. One of them have wounded this child before and put rubbing alcohol on this baby's wound Although I keep saying baby, I do feel like this is more or less like an adolescent, could be between like 7 and 10 years old. Maybe I need to go down to six, like 6 and 10 years old. Evil being brewed. Like they put some sort of rubbing alcohol on this child's wound, which we know all people who've experienced that. That's harmful as fuck. That hurts. Like excessive. Even when combing the hair, it's a lot of tugging on the hair. Um, it's like she doesn't want the child there. She doesn't want the child around. She doesn't like the mother. She doesn't know the mother, I feel like, but it feels like she doesn't like the mother, or she doesn't like anybody who would have had a relationship with this guy, or children. Just be so just unhinged, bro. He pretends that he works so much that he doesn't notice it. It's always about what, because the child can't go against this woman. The woman is telling him, because while you was out, you keep leaving me and she a problem, but the child is not a problem. The child could be sitting watching TV and she's like, why are you breathing that hard? You know what I'm saying? It's like anything is an issue. This bitch is hateful. And it's going to be hell to pay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hell to pay about this. Um, they're telling me to say the name Rocky, Cassandra, or Cassie. Um, Blunt force trauma. I feel like the little girl hit her head, or she hit her head, or that might be what happens in this tub. Her trying to do something, be funny, or make the girl, whatever, and she ends up falling, hitting her head or something, because it's a open. I don't know. I hate to say it like that, but I'm going to have to say it like that because that's how the energy is being presented to me. That this is being designed to expose all of it. I feel like this woman has her own children. I keep wanting to say she has two children. Um, but I feel like one is the smaller one, which I feel like is his child. And then I feel like there's another one above that one. But I keep seeing a boy. So I think it's a boy. Um, I feel like she's also kind of shitty to her own son, but not like that. Not like I feel like she does to this little girl, like making her go in the room and eat unless he is there, and putting just a little bit of food on the plate and shit. Like, but the little girl can't go against, like she wanna tell her dad, or she does tell him, but it's like kind of like, well, what you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you keep, like, he's not listening. Fucking idiot. Um, I don't know what that other I don't know if that's Chastity, something with a CH that's also connected to that. Um, Ribs. Mm, might have also hurt the little girl's ribs too. Um, Drinking water is a problem. She's often thirsty. She can't get water like she wants. She's not a heavy set child, I don't feel like, but I feel like the woman talks about her as if she's a fat child or heavy set. And it's not that. I don't feel like that. She plays by herself. She sings by herself. This is crazy. I feel like she hasn't, because they keep saying 2 years, but they keep saying for a consistent. So she may not have been in this house long with them on a consistent basis. I feel like the mom is like clocked out or not able to step in for some other reason, because this is not her child. This is his child. But I keep feeling like it's almost like I feel like he has a love for his child, but I feel like I don't know if he's taking this child to be spiteful to the mother. Like, this shit is weird to me. They keep saying open wound. You didn't hit this child. You need to tread very lightly if this has not already happened. Whatever, you need to tread very lightly. And sir, if you're somebody that's connected to somebody on here that's watching, you need to handle this shit.
Father and stepmother are charged with torturing and murdering the 8-year-old girl. And Kern County Superior Court Judge John Brownlee has determined here there is enough evidence for the case to go to trial. 17's Connor Dorr was in court yesterday and has a breakdown of the proceedings.
Another emotional day of the hearing. A homicide detective and lead investigator in Genesis's case wept as he testified about abuse inflicted on Genesis and her brother. Their accused abusers, 31-year-old Ray Mata and 28-year-old Graciela Bustamante, looked on as all of the evidence was presented.
We brought the boiling water in a microwave and slammed our hands in
Officers found Genesis's tiny body covered in injuries in a bathtub at the La Quinta Inn off Buck Owens Boulevard on August 2nd. During day one of the hearing, forensic psychologist Chanakarn Lopez said there were injuries all over her body. So many, in fact, Lopez could not determine any one injury as being a cause of death. They are also accused of abusing Genesis's 11-year-old brother, a boy identified in court as Jay Doe. The final day of the preliminary started with Bakersfield Police Detective Charles Jordan, who revealed results of the sexual assault test done on Genesis and her brother. He said the nurse who conducted the exam concluded there was chronic physical abuse and acute sexual assault. Homicide Detective Stephen Glenn testified he examined multiple text messages between Bustamante and a contact named My Hubby, who authorities believe is Mata. One text thread on July 26th, Bustamante says she called BPD and said to leave Genesis with them. Hubby agrees, but tells Bustamante to let her heal up first.
Let's just continue. Miss Bustamante, no. Monday, she can go. I let her know. We whoop her every day.
There were also various messages about a possible CPS visit to the La Quinta Inn, and Hubby texts Bustamante to tell Jay Doe to put a ski mask on to hide his injuries.
He places himself, and defendant Bustamante places herself in that room together, burning, abusing, whipping, smashing fingers with all of that behavior is done.
Judge John Brownlee found there was enough evidence to go forward on all counts to trial. Bustamante and Mata are due back in court November 10th. If convicted, the couple is eligible for the death penalty.
Not taking it too seriously, as what they said. She had come back from court and she was laughing and giggling and stuff, and they were just like, why, what's funny? Yeah. I had wanted to get on her for a while when I heard. I can't really go into details, but I seen her on the phone and I just proceeded to make actions.
Would you do this again?
Yes.
Why would you do this again?
In honor of every child that's ever been hurt and by people that they're supposed to trust and that's supposed to just love them, I would definitely do this again. Behind everything I had heard, the fact that I have a little cousin named Genesis, she's 10. I just remember when she was born, you know, how beautiful of a baby she was, and the fact that this little girl was 8 years old. She was still a baby too.
Who Genesis's mom is, and a warning: this story does go into detail of child abuse, which some viewers may find disturbing. Connor?
Tammy, 26-year-old Destiny De La Cruz is Genesis's mother. She says she met Ray Mata when she was just 14 and he was 18. She says she had her son when she was 14 and Genesis when she was 16. Destiny gave the kids to Ray's mother in 2018, believing they would be in a better environment.
Called them and stuff. They would say that the kids were okay. You know, everything was fine. They were going to church and stuff. So, you know, I believe they were in a good environment.
Elizabeth De La Cruz is Destiny's mother. She lives in Riverside and says she and Destiny were estranged for years, only recently talking again last year. Destiny says she last saw Genesis in 2018. Destiny says she has 3 other kids with 2 different men. One of those relationships led to a felony criminal case filed in September of 2023 in which Destiny and her boyfriend were charged with torture, mayhem, and child cruelty. Some of the same charges leveled against Genesis's father and stepmother. Court documents in Destiny's case say she was living with Emmanuel Aguilar and a 1-year-old boy from another man. She was pregnant with one of Aguilar's kids, and she said Aguilar didn't treat the 1-year-old like it was his own. According to the documents, she told detectives Aguilar hit the boy in the face with a sandal and picked him up by his throat and threw him on the couch during a heated argument. The boy had bruising all over his body. He had a skull fracture. One of his toes was severely infected. His ear was injured, which detectives say he would be deaf for life due to the injury. The documents don't touch on Destiny's involvement in the abuse, just that she didn't take the baby to the hospital or call 911 for fear of her being abused. She alleged Aguilar abused her as well. Detectives used Destiny's welfare card to track her to a Dollar Tree store where she had driven a Mercedes. Aguilar pleaded no contest to cruelty and is serving 5 years in prison. And Destiny pleaded no contest to the same charge and received 4 years probation. Destiny said she was ordered to take parenting classes and she completed them. In July, she was contacted by a Kern CPS social worker who told her that there was an open case against Ray Mata. She came back to Bakersfield to find out what was going on, but never got to see Genesis. Genesis died August 1st, while Destiny was still searching for her, she said.
It's hurting her. She must have some kind of guilt down deep inside her. I'm sure she does.
We still don't know how Ray Mata got custody of Genesis and her brother or when the abuse even started. We will keep following this story. In studio